So students, today we are going to learn about pesticides. So pesticides. So simply we can think about this one pests. So what are pests and how to eliminate that pest from the agriculture or from plants. So that for that purpose we can use these pesticides. So now see here. So pesticides are chemicals. So simply, when you want to think about pesticides, so this type of images will come in front of you. So here you can see that many more pesticides. This ones, and these are used in agriculture. Okay, so here you can see that many more crops. Okay, so whatever insects. Uh, or pathogens, plant pathogens attack on this crop or plants. So on that for that purpose, we can use these pesticides. We can control that. Okay, and it will be helpful for plant growth or crop production as well as crop production. So these pesticides can be sprayed like this one. So in this image, you can see that. So directly it can be sprayed over the plants. So whatever uh, pests are present in that farm or on that trees, that can be clear or killed. Now these are the different types of pesticides. So they are available in the market. So here you can see that this is a safer caterpillar killer. Okay, so this is a one type of pesticide. So here you can see that leaf pesticide. Then here you can see that this is a pesticide. This is singam. This is also one type of pesticide. Here you can see that complete insect killer. So there. Then next one is many more pesticides are available in the market. Okay, so these pesticides are used to kill insecticides or pests which are on the crop. Okay, so especially these are used in agriculture. So now we can see that pesticides. Pesticide is a chemical which is used to kill insects, fungi, and weeds. Okay, so simply we can say that chemicals which are used to kill insect, fungi, and weeds are called as pesticides. So these pesticides are used to protect plants from diseases. So simply we can think about this pesticides. So we can use these pesticides on plant. Okay, wherever that plants get affected by any disease, so that time we can use these pesticides. But for different diseases, different pesticides are there. As well as we can say that for different if you want to uh, prevent your farm or your crops from pathogens. So for that purpose, we can use uh, special pesticides. If you want to kill that caterpillar, so we can use that caterpillar killer pesticide. So different pesticides are available in the market to kill that different insect, fungi, weeds. Okay. Uh, so these pesticides are applied to crops either before or after harvest to protect them during storage and transport. Okay, so before harvesting we can use this pesticide as well as after harvesting. Okay, so different pesticides are available, so that can be used before or after the harvesting. So these pesticides destroy the pests. Whatever pest means it includes insects, plant pathogens, weeds, roundworms, microbes, okay, that destroy property or spread diseases. Such a all the pests can be controlled by pesticides. So for that insects, so some insects are growing on crop and they are destroying the properties of that particular plant, or they are spreading diseases. Okay, for that special kind of insects, so we can use special pesticides, so that is called as insecticides. Then plant pathogens are there, some pathogens which spread diseases or it can destroy the properties of that particular crop, particular plant. if they attack on their leaves or fruits. So that for that time we can use special pesticides. Then weeds, suppose in the farm, okay. So I have one farm. In that one I uh, develop cotton, okay, cotton plants. So that crop is growing in my plant in my farm, but that times another crop are also growing with that cotton plant. So what should I do? So I should use that special kind of pesticides so that can destroy or destroy that weeds from the farm. Okay, which should not destroy that cotton plant, but it destroy another plants that is called as weeds. Okay, so for that purpose we can use special kind of pesticides, so that we are going to see. Next one is that pesticides. Some pesticides are used to kill that roundworms, which are and microbes also. So there are different kinds of pesticides are available in the market. So that we are going to learn. So pesticide means it is a chemical which is used to kill insects, fungi, and weeds from the farm or from the crops. Now see here different pesticides are here we can use here for this different crop production. Or here you can see that batata. For this batata we can for the production of batata, so we can use different pesticides here to protect them from diseases. Okay, then next one, here you can see that cotton. Then this is a cauliflower. Okay, so different types of pesticides can be used. So in this way we can spread pesticides over the plant, and here these are available in the market. Now see, in some cases all the pesticides are good to protect crops or plants from the diseases, but sometimes if we are using one of the pesticides, so it will be toxic for us also, so we should take care of that also. So here you can see in this figure DDT. So this is a DDT is very dangerous pesticide. So all the pesticides are good, but some are having some side effects. So some of them are very toxic and leave a permanent effect. Such a pesticides are called hard pesticides. So this DDT is a hard pesticide. So DDT is a hard pesticide because it is not easily degraded and destroyed by environment process. So if you think about this DDT, it will not get degraded easily in the environment. So it we can't destroy it easily. So that's why we can say that this DDT is hard pesticides. It has some side effects to us also. So that's why this is banned. Okay, this DDT is banned nowadays. Such pesticides continue to remain in soil, water, and plants. So after if you spread this DDT on crops or in the farm, but after some times, okay, it will remain in the soil, water, and in human being, okay, in plant also. So what will happen if they will remain in the soil, water, and plants? So they will affect, okay, so for long time. So that effect will be observed in human being also, okay. So that's why we can say that this DDT is a hard pesticides. So they also make their presence in animal tissue and is thus a health hazard. So this DDT is banned. Okay. So this is the hard pesticides. So one of the darker side of pesticide is also there. So we should not use this DDT. DDT actually banned. So next one is the classification of pesticides. So pesticides are classified into many classes depending on different criteria, but some of the subclasses of pesticides. So generally we have seen here in the first in the definition. So chemicals which used to kill insects, fungi, weeds are called as pesticides. So on the basis of this, so they act these pesticides have many more classes. Okay, but on we are classifying these pesticides on depending upon their criteria. Means simple criteria are there. So in the farm, if you are growing plants, okay, you are taking production of plants or crops, that time we can we can face many problem. Okay, so we won't get more production. Okay, yield is very less. So because of this, some infections to plants. So in that one you can see that fungi attack on plants. Okay, so as well as insect attack on plant, like there was some bacteria attack on that plant. So for that purpose we should use different pesticides. So these pesticides are classified in uh, following in the following. So it is classified into fungicide as well as herbicide as well as insecticide, and one more is rodenticides. Bactericide is also there. So many more classes are there. But out of that, we are going to see that fungicides, herbicides, then insecticides, and one is that rodenticides. Okay, instead of bactericides. So these are the uh, classes. The next one is first one, insecticides. Are you able to understand everyone? Please acknowledge somebody. Am I audible clearly? Are you getting everyone? Just please. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, this is a very simple part of this unit. Okay, so that is a pesticide. So already we have seen this. These are the classes of pesticides: fungicide, herbicide, then insecticide, then bactericides, as well as one more thing, that is a rodenticides. Okay, instead of these bactericides, we are going to see rodenticides. So in this one, first one, this is insecticides. So you know very well that insects, okay, which affects plants. Okay, so some insect grow on the leaf of the plant and they destroy that leaf of plants. So for that purpose we need to use some pesticides. That pesticides are called as insecticides. So here it is given, these are the pesticides which are used to destroy insects. This can be of organic and inorganic origin. There are two types of insecticides. One is organic and another one is inorganic insecticides. So in this one, you can see that organic origin insecticides. So here in this one, organic insecticides. So here already we have seen that DDT. So this DDT, the next one is benzene hexachloride, then chlordine and aldrin. These are organic insecticides. Okay, they are stable to light and heat. If you are keeping that benzene hexachloride, chlordane or aldrin or DDT in the light and heat, uh, that and heat will not affect to that organic insecticides. So simply we can say they are stable to light and heat. The next one is, here you can see that organic insecticide. So this one is the what? This one is the benzene hexachloride. This is a chlordane. Already I told you that this is a chlordane and this is a aldrin. So these are available in the market in this form. Okay. The next one is the phosphate insecticides. So in this one, phosphate insecticides. So these are very poisonous to insects. So this phosphate insecticide. So here you can see that malathion on parathion. So these two are the phosphate insecticides. These are very poisonous to insects. They can kill harmful harmful as well as useful insecticides. Okay, so simply we can say that these are organic and inorganic insecticide are useful in this in the form for crop production, but this DDT is nowadays is banned nowadays. And here you can see that malathion and parathion, these both are very poisonous to insect and they can kill useful as well as harmful insect. So here in this one it is better to use that benzene hexachloride, chlorine and aldrin, okay, for insecticide, so it will not get harm to useful insect. Okay, so these are all about insecticides. You can see this organic insecticides and phosphate insecticides. I will also send this to you in your teachment app. Now next one is the second one is the inorganic origin insecticide. So here we have seen that insecticides are of two types. One is organic insecticide and another one is inorganic insecticide. So organic origin insecticide we have seen. Next one is inorganic origin insecticide. So some examples are here. This given. So fluorine compounds in the form of sodium, calcium, and barium fluorosilicates. So sodium fluorosilicates. So this is one. This one calcium fluorosilicates. This is barium fluorosilicates. These are inorganic origin insecticides. In that one you can see arsenic compounds. So here you can see that arsenate of calcium and this one is arsenate of lead. So these are also used as a insecticides. Next one from the same ca- category, inorganic origin insecticide. This is mercury chloride and calomel as a and calomel. Both are acting as a insecticide. So this is mercury chloride and here you can see that calomel. So they are available in the form of these tablets as well as in the form of only tablet in the form of powder as well as in tablet. Okay, so calamine and mercury chloride, these are all are inorganic origin insecticides. So here we have seen that insecticide, this is the first classification of pesticide. The next one is the herbicides. So where should we use these herbicides, that we are going to see that how does it work. So now see here herbicides. So pesticides which are used to destroy unwanted weeds in the crop are called as herbicides. So students, here we need to think about these herbicides. Okay, suppose in the farm I develop that cauliflower. Okay, otherwise tomato. Otherwise you can think about the batata in the farm. So I am growing that plants in my farm, but that times unwanted plants are also growing with that particular plants. Okay, so that are unwanted plants, so that's why we can say that is that are weeds. Okay, so that unwanted plants are called as weeds, so I have to prevent my crops from that weeds. So what should I do? So I will use such a kind of pesticides which can control that weeds growth. Okay, not my crop crop growth. Okay, so for that purpose I will use special kind of pesticide to kill, to destroy that unwanted weeds, that is called as herbicide. Okay, So that herbicide can be prevent your crop only. Okay, other than uh, weeds. Okay, other plants will be killed by this herbicides. Only your crop can be grow. So when you spray this pesticide on your crop. Okay, so special kinds of herbicides are used in the farm for a special kind of crop. Okay, some examples are given of these herbicides. So here we can see here simazine. Then next one is 2,4-D is given here, and 2,4,5-D. These are the herbicides which are used to destroy unwanted weeds. Okay, this is about herbicide. So here you can see about this one. So selective herbicides kill specific weeds. As I told you that whatever herbicide you are going to use, that can kill only specific weeds and leave the desired crop unharmed. So whatever your crop is there. So as I told you that tomato crop or batata crop or cauliflower crop, so it remain unharmed. Okay, but whatever herbicide we are using, that can kill only specific weeds like grass. Okay, and other weeds are growing with our plant that can be killed by herbicide. Just a minute. So here some plants produce natural herbicides. Uh, so this is also one of the great things you can think about it. Plants also produce herbicides. Means that plants, whatever pesticides they are producing, they can automatically kill that weeds which are growing beside that plant. So herbicides are widely used in agriculture. So we know very well that that herbicides mainly used in farm for crop production. Okay, so then herbicides can be grouped by activity, use, chemical family, mode of action, and type of vegetation. Now see students here, herbicides. So many herbicides can be used in the farm for crop production, but here herbicide so can be grouped. Okay, some herbicides can be grouped together for specific activity. Okay, so this herbicide, these all the herbicides, whatever herbicides we are using, like that caterpillar, uh, that is a insecticide. Okay, so now here herbicides. So for different herbicides we are using to kill different weeds. Okay, different weeds are there, they are going in the farm, so we have to kill that particular weed like grass. So for killing grass I will use special kind of herbicide. Okay, so they are also in a group, they are already grouped, so that herbicides can be used to kill that grass. Okay, so as well as some chemical family herbicides can be used specially for special plants also, uh, for preventing crops from that weeds also. There's mode of action and type of vegetation. So here you can think about this type of vegetation and mode of action. So these herbicides can be used there differently. Means we can say that this mode of action is different. Sometimes we can directly spread on the that crop, or sometimes we can mm, sometimes we can directly give it to directly in the put it directly in the soil, so that can be done. The next one is some herbicides are applied to soil prior to planting. Some herbicides we can use we can apply prior to planting. Means if you want to uh, plant whatever cotton in a farm. So before that, we are using that herbicide. Then sometimes some are applied to soil before the crop emerges. Okay, if I put that seeds in the farms and now I'm going to wait to arise that or emerges that crop above the on the earth, but at that stage I will apply this herbicide to the soil directly. Okay, so it prevent growth of the weeds because weeds will not uh, grow. Okay, so while planting you need to, we can apply that herbicide so weed will not grow, so that problem will not arise in the after emerging of plants in the farm. Some are applied after the crop has emerged. Few herbicides regulates growth hormones of the plants. So sometimes if your farm is very good, so you already plantation is done, so crops emerges. So now weed is growing with that plants. That time also you can use these herbicides. They act on the cell membrane and are effective in control of dicot plants. So in dicot plants, so you might have learned in the botany. Okay, sir, dicot plants. So they act on the cell membrane and they are effective in control of dicot plants. So next one is the 2,4-D is a systematic auxin herbicide. So these are all about the herbicides. So here we can see we have seen the cymazine and 2,4-D and 2,4,5. These are all the herbicides. So which can be used to destroy unwanted weeds in the crop. Next class of this pesticide is fungicide. In this one, there are many fungi which are responsible for producing plant diseases. So, so we need to use such a kind of pesticides. They can kill fungi which are growing on the plants. So these fungi produces diseases. They are creating diseases in the crop. So for that purpose, we use special chemicals. So that chemicals destroy such a fungi are called as fungicide. So here this Bordex is a very popular fungicide which is used in the farm. So this Bordex is a mixture of lime, copper, sulfate and water. So here you can see that this is a Bordex, and in this state we have to use this in the farm. So this Bordex can kill fungi. So these fungicides are also useful in animal for fungal infection also. So here you can see that fungi can cause serious damage in agriculture, resulting in loss of yield, quality and profit. So these fungicides are used both in agricultural as well as to fight against fungal infection in animal also. Some of the following compounds can be used as a fungicide. So here some compounds are given, they are used as a fungicide. So here tea tree oil, then cinnamaldehyde, then cinnamon essential oil, then jojoba oil, then neem oil, then rosemary oil is also there, then milk. These are the fungicides. So here you can see that this is the neem oil available in the market. This tea tree oil, this is also very good fungicide. This is jojoba. Then this is a cinnamon oil which is used as a fungicide. These fungicides are used in the agriculture as well as it also fight against fungal infection in animal. The next one is the rodenticides. Rodenticides. So simply you know that rodents they are also present in our houses also sometimes you might have seen that. So this rodenticide should be controlled in the form. Okay, so crop should be prevented from the rodents. So here you can see that this is a rodenticide, mouse and rat killer. So this is also used as a rodenticide. But generally, what will happen? So that rodents, so they are very clever. So we can say that rodents are usually difficult to kill with poisons because their feeding are like a scavenger. So you know that ant is eating very slowly. Okay, so they are taking one bite and they are taking taste. Okay, so if they are feeling good, okay, so if they are not getting sick, so then they will continue. Otherwise, they don't eat that. Okay, so that's why we can say that rodents are very clever. So they will eat a small bit of something. Okay, here this is a bit of something and wait. So after waiting, if they will feel good, okay, if they do not get sick, then they will eat again that same food. Okay, whatever substance is there, they will eat. So simply we can say that they are very clever. So for that purpose, what should we do? We need to produce such a kind of pesticides so which is odorless and tasteless, so then they can eat, that mouse or rat can eat that rodenticides or pesticides, so which is tasteless and odorless. Okay, and it will affect later, means slowly. Otherwise again that rodents don't eat that. So here, so an effective rodenticides must be tasteless and odorless in a lethal concentration and have a delayed effect. Okay, so rodenticides are so dangerous that if given in a single feed bite, the rodent is killed in first dose only. So here you can say that they can smell and they can eat slowly. Okay, so they take a taste of that particular pesticides. If they are feeling good, then they will eat more, but if they are getting sick or they are not feeling good, so they won't eat that particular pesticides. So that's why we need to develop such a kind of pesticides which are tasteless and odorless, then that rodents can eat that and we can control that uh, rodents from the, or we can prevent our crop from rodents. Okay, so that kind of pesticides can be used to kill these rodent are called as rodenticides.